You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at 7, some stolen vases causes families of those buried in a cemetery to be very upset.
And a sign in Joplin causes controversy with some of the citizens who live there.
First, let's take a look at the radar. You can see that there are some showers out there off towards the west. Some scattered showers are mainly going to be along I-35 and the Wichita, south of Wichita. Of course, we'll have a complete look at the forecast in just a bit.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Thanks for joining us for the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Tanya Bach. A hostage situation in Delaware County, Oklahoma ends with a man dead, apparently from a self-inflicted gunshot. Delaware County authorities say they got a call around 12:30 Monday morning about a man with a gun inside the home of his estranged wife north of Grove in the Red Rocks area. Authorities say the residents in the home had a protective order against 55-year-old Gary Combs. Oklahoma Highway Patrol arrived to assist in negotiations, and they say they heard a gunshot. Shortly after 8, authorities used tear gas and an armed vehicle to get inside. They say they found Combs dead with a single gunshot wound. Other people in the home made it out safely. Authorities in northeast Oklahoma investigate a body found in Buffalo Creek. Early Sunday morning, civilians found the body of a woman in her mid-30s in Buffalo Creek near where it enters the Elk River. She was found in about 6 to 8 feet of water. GRDA officers recovered her body and turned it over to the medical examiner's office for processing.
We have a few showers this morning on radar, not in our local area, but out to the west in south central Kansas and in northwestern Oklahoma, a few scattered showers there. But of course, they've been in a drought for a while, so they are definitely welcoming the rainfall this morning. All of that's mainly going to stay to the south and west of us. Not really expecting a whole lot of rain today, but we do see the chances of rain increasing as we head through the weekend. We're watching a storm system up in the northern plains and also a complex over Texas, but this upper level low over southeastern United States is going to retrograde a little bit, and that's going to introduce that chance of showers and storms, especially for tomorrow. We're going to be dealing with the allergies again today, 9.3, tomorrow 8.4. Most of that is grasses, hickory, and mulberry pollen, so if you're allergic to that, that's why you're sniffling. This afternoon, we're going to see partly cloudy skies with a few cumulus clouds out there with highs in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Warm conditions. Looking down the lane, we're going to have a sunny Tuesday, but then thunderstorms roll in for your Wednesday, isolated storms on Thursday. But what about the holiday weekend? Well, we'll have all the answers on that coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Sam. Yesterday marked 12 years since the devastating EF5 tornado hit the city of Joplin. 12 years ago, May 22nd, the city of Joplin was hit by a tornado, like I just said. One of the areas that got hit, the St. John's Regional Medical Center, nowadays serves as Mercy Park for residents to walk at and come and honor the ones who have been lost. Local residents still remember the disaster the tornado caused.
I would say the most traumatic events was not being in it for us as much as after that, trying to get to my house to get my loved ones, the trauma that I saw, how the houses were torn apart. It looked like a bomb went off.
Some residents say before the tornado they may not have taken the sirens seriously, but these days they do. Garden of Memories Cemetery north of Pittsburgh discovered several bronze vases stolen from headstones over the weekend. This is not the first time vases have been stolen, as officials say vases were stolen last year on the 4th of July weekend and in October. Not only does this affect the cemetery, but the cost to replace the vases is $300, and it's up to the family to replace it. When one family member came to put flowers on a gravestone, she noticed their vase was missing.
The vases are a precious bronze metal, and we're not quite sure why people are stealing them, but the idea is probably to make some quick cash, and they're taking them to the scrap yards.
It's not anybody's fault but the person that stole it, but I just feel like that's a horrible, disrespectful thing to do.
A total of 200 vases were stolen. Some Joplin residents are protesting a sign they say conflicts with their reality. 2 signs were posted at the intersection of East Zora Street and St. Louis Avenue in Joplin, saying there are only 2 genders. Take back the rainbow. Makina Pulsifer organized a protest near the sign to combat what she calls bigotry. The sign owner Sid Davis says everyone has a right to their opinion. He believes he's not hurting anyone by spreading his truth, and he's not planning to change.
At no time have I ever said there was anything wrong with anybody who believes something different. So therefore, there's nothing wrong with me or anybody that agrees with what the Bible says.
And I don't understand why we can't look at each other and see the human in each other despite our differences and love each other for those differences.
Sid Davis is planning on adding a crucifix by his sign. Makina Pulsifer is planning on putting her own sign up saying, "We love you and accept you for who you are." KOAM is teaming up with community partners to help make sure American flags are properly disposed of and get new ones in your hands. We're hosting a flag swap today from 11 until 2 at the Jake's Fireworks Building, and our own Sam Lane will be there live. That address is 3002 North Broadway in Pittsburgh. All you have to do is bring in your old tattered American flag to get a brand new American-made flag for free. American Legion is assisting us in properly retiring those traded-in flags. This is the first flag swap we're hosting. You can find information about the others at koamnewsnow.com/flag. Up next, Ramsey Witterstater from the SEK Humane Society drops by, introduces us to a positively good girl who's looking for her forever home.
And later, let's see, you're watching we have some storms in our forecast, and of course I'll tell you all about the weekend as well when we come back.
Welcome back. We have Ramsey in studio this morning from the SEK Humane Society, and we have Daphne, who's a very, very excited, happy puppy.
Oh yeah.
Tell us a little bit about.
So Daphne is 4 months old. She's a German Shepherd puppy. She's super duper smart. She really loves attention. I've been working with her, trying to train her to do some tricks, but yes, she's extremely smart.
And she keeps barking at Gabe.
Yes, yes.
That's all right. All right. So, you think she's like full German Shepherd? Or?
I believe she's probably not full German Shepherd, but mostly German Shepherd from what we can see. Probably not full though.
Okay. Well, I know German Shepherds are pretty popular, so hopefully she'll get adopted really easily.
Yeah.
How long have you had her?
We've had her now for like 2 weeks. She still does need to be spayed, but I'm sure that when she's all available, she'll be gone super quick.
Mm-hmm. What a cutie there. All right, so you guys have some events coming up, an adoption event at PetSense.
Yes, so we have our adoption event at PetSense on June 10th. It's going to be from noon to 2. We'll have a few dogs on site, so you're more than welcome to come out and hang out with them. And if you see anyone you like, we're doing adoptions on site as well.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Do you usually bring some dogs that often get overlooked in the shelter?
Yeah, we try to switch it up. We do usually bring dogs that we know do well with other dogs, but we try to switch it up as much as we can and bring some dogs out that have been there for a little bit as well.
That's true. Okay, and then you've got an event, a fundraising event with Panda Express.
Yes, so Saturday, May 27th from 10:30 to 9:30. 20% of the profit from Panda Express, if you eat there, will go to us. That can help us cover medical expenses like vet trips and dog toys, cat toys, all sorts of different things. So eat at Panda Express on Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday. That's 20%. That's a good deal. Yeah,
that's great.
Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk to you about was volunteer opportunities. People sometimes. Are you able to bring your whole family into volunteer, or what are the restrictions on that kind of thing? Because I know sometimes you need to get your kids out of the house.
Yeah, so
And welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. We are looking at mostly fair skies this morning in Seneca, Missouri. Just a few mid-level clouds, some altocumulus out there at Seneca, Missouri, at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. We're going to see those clouds this afternoon and lots of sunshine too, with temperatures in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Just like yesterday, 78 was our high, starting out at 54, which was actually pretty close to the normals. And we're still behind on the rainfall for the month, about ½ inch. And about 4.5 inches for the year, so we definitely need to catch up on that. Unfortunately, the dry weather is now starting to expand back into western Missouri, so the drought conditions are starting to deteriorate again, so we need to get some more rainfall in the rain bucket. Right now we have some clouds just across Oklahoma and also northern Texas. There are some showers out in northwestern Oklahoma, and they've been in a drought situation too, so they're definitely thankful for the rain this morning. It's already down to 51 degrees in Stockton right now, so it's on the cool side, especially up towards the north. Generally everywhere else is in the mid to upper 50s, including Nowata with 59 degrees. In Joplin, we're sitting at 57 degrees, a southeast wind at 3, and the dew point's 53, and the humidity is currently at 87%, and the visibility about 8 miles. Now this afternoon, partly cloudy skies, lots of warm air to go around for everyone. Temperatures dropping or rising into the upper 70s to around 80 degrees, so warm conditions this afternoon. We're going to be under ridge of high pressure today, but that's going to weaken a little bit tomorrow. That's going to allow some moisture to move in from the east, and that's going to introduce the chance of showers and storms in our forecast. But we're starting to see more of a summer-like pattern developing across the plain states, and we're looking at severe weather today down across the Texas Panhandle. Not really a big concern in our neck of the woods. And then tomorrow, again, severe weather from eastern Colorado down through the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. So any thunderstorms tomorrow are likely not going to be severe, maybe a strong one or two. You can see the rain chances low today, but then increasing as we go through the afternoon tomorrow. And with those scattered thunderstorms, some of the storms could put down maybe a ½ inch in some isolated spots. Most areas will get around a 1/10 or 2 at the most, as we're not expecting a whole lot of rain from this system. Temperatures this afternoon are going to rise into the upper 70s to around 80 degrees, with the best chance of rain down to the west and south. Then tonight, mostly fair skies with lows in the 50s and 60s. Then tomorrow, here comes that trough of low pressure sweeping across our area from east to west, and in the afternoon we'll see those scattered showers and storms develop, and then that will move off towards the west, and we'll be left with lows in the 50s and 60s for your Thursday. Then Thursday afternoon, isolated storms again, but mainly out towards the west, with highs in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Then on Friday morning, we'll see lows in the 50s and 60s. How about the next 7 days? Well, 40% chance of storms on Wednesday and 20% on Thursday, drier for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then for Memorial Day, a 30% chance of storms, better chance of storms on Tuesday. All right, we got a great story for you. A crossing guard in rural Kansas is retiring after almost 55 years on the job. The 87-year-old's last day is this Friday, and Jackson Kreutz has this look at how the children of Independent School District are saying their goodbyes.
She's been a friendly face kids see every day after school.
Waving at the people as they go by.
With a smile, making sure they're safe from the cars whizzing by.
Okay.
But all good things must come to an end.
I was planning on going until I couldn't walk. Okay, kids.
Sandra Blue, or Miss Sandy, as the kids call her, couldn't say goodbye to her longtime duty without one last proper thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Some tears and many hugs.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too. I'm gonna miss you. You did good in high school, okay? Come by and see me.
Students making her farewell feel special.
You're one of my favorites, you know that, don't you?
Thank you.
She's been here for all the hard things too.
You're so sweet. You're surely gonna be missed.
Can you give them the girl over there, honey?
For Miss Sandy,
Oh, I'm losing them. It was between my thumb there.
it's hard to say goodbye too.
I love the signs.
Definitely.
I don't want to quit. I didn't want to quit. And it hurts, but yet I'm happy. This means so much to me.
Can I take a picture with you?
Huh?
Decades of dedication,
You got to get out of the street, honey.
but with kindness and joy.
Thank you for keeping us safe.
A well-deserved retirement. Blue is retiring due to her eyesight. We'll be right back with more when we come back.
In town.
Welcome back. We've got a special guest in studio with us this morning, Chris Hicks, here to tell us all about a summer program, the Mommy and Me program. Yes.
Yeah, so we just opened up our online registration, and what it is, it's a 1-hour educational play date. So we meet on the first and third week of the month on Tuesday evenings from 6 to 7 and Wednesday from 9 to 10.
And those are, the Wednesdays are in the morning?
Yes.
Yes, so
9
Tuesday
a.m.
evenings or Wednesday mornings, first and third weeks?
Exactly.
Okay.
And each play date has a theme. We start with story time, and then we go around. They have different stations where they can do different activities, but they all will be centered around the theme that we have that week. An example, upcoming on June 6th and 7th, it'll be Under the Sea. So a couple
of craft idea.
Yeah, a couple of crafts that we made would be a fish, and then also to incorporate Father's Day, we have a Hooked on Daddy craft.
Now the program, while it's called Mommy and Me, it doesn't necessarily have to be the mommy that brings.
No. So it can be any caregiver, mom, dad, grandma, babysitters. And it's really nice because not only do the children have friendships, the moms, caregivers, they also have an hour to spend with other moms or caregivers and
pass on some tips.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And
what's the target age group for the kids?
We have infants up to 5-year-olds.
Okay.
And even with the summer, if you happen to have a little bit older kids home from school, they're welcome to come as well. And one thing that's really cool with the little babies, like you said with the tips, the moms are all sitting around giving each other tips on sleeping or eating and
what worked, what didn't work, and
exactly what not to do. But it's a fun hour, and the kids have a great time going to all the different stations and doing arts and crafts or playing ring toss, and it's just a fun way for them to learn some.
So this is all based out at Faith Lutheran Church on Langdon Lane.
Yep.
Yes.
1233 South 220th Street, and you can sign up online at faithpittsburgh.com or simply come in and you can register in person.
Okay. All right, and we'll have all this information on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Thank you so much, Grace.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:27. The Neosho Arts Council and Crowder College are celebrating the restoration of the Rocketdyne mural. Mural painted in 1963 by Lawrence Sanchez is located inside the cafeteria of the Rocketdyne facility in Neosho. Rocketdyne, a manufacturer of rocket engines for NASA, played a crucial role in various space programs, including Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo.
The thing that I think is really unique about the mural being here at Crowder College, it shows students who come in. This is our science building where it's housed. And so students who are looking at engineering, and we have some who are looking at aeronautical engineering, they can see what they can do from Crowder College.
Rocketdyne was responsible for developing the engines used in the Saturn V, which propelled Apollo astronauts to the moon. The mural is painted on panels and measures 6 feet by 33 feet. Some Southeast Kansas firefighters got some special training. Regional Rescue Team Task 4, which features firefighters from Pittsburgh, Parsons, Chanute, and Iola, trained on working in confined spaces. It's part of a monthly training regimen to get them ready for any situation.
Timing is big because you want your guys to all be on the same page when they arrive, knowing what they're going to do it, kind of having a basic plan of what they're going to do. Now, generally that changes quite a bit, but yeah, timing is a big thing on it.
Task Force 4 responds to emergencies including tornado strikes, building collapses, and grain engulfments.
We have a few showers on radar. Unfortunately, they're not in our area. They're out towards the west in south central Kansas and northwestern Oklahoma, but they've been in a drought too, so they definitely could use the rainfall as well. You can see some heavier showers just to the north and east of Woodward, south of Medicine Lodge, and west of Cherokee. Most of this activity is going to stay to the south and west of us today. Might see an isolated storm or two down in Oklahoma, but for the most part, we're going to see partly cloudy skies with a high of around 80 degrees. And of course, I'll have more details on our weekend forecast coming up in just a bit.
Kids in Miami had the chance to get more in touch with the environment on Monday. The local environmental action lead agency hosted a summer day camp for children and youth grades 1 through 12. It introduces young people to environmental issues through hands-on activities. Activities included some arts and outdoor exploration.
It's very important to raise young people that have awareness and also an understanding of what they can do. What can they do to protect the environment that we all live in? What can they do? And that's what we're going to put them on track to know.
Camp continues today for grades K through 5. It'll continue again from the 24th through the 26th for 6th through 12th graders. On Monday, parents and children got together at the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County, Oklahoma, to see what the organization's summer programming has to offer. Throughout the summer, the Boys and Girls Club will host kids on a variety of trips. Summer program also connects local youth with mentors.
The summer program serves about 250 kids every summer. We do lots of fun things. We go on field trips, we swim twice a week, and we serve breakfast, lunch, and afternoon snack every day. So just about keeping kids busy, making sure they're having a fun summer and they can make some friendships, do fun things.
Previous trips included visits to local zoos, skating rinks, and trampoline parks. On Monday, the Neosho Job Fair attracted a diverse range of employers and job seekers from the local community. Job seekers had the opportunity to engage with employers, submit resumes, and explore potential career opportunities. The job fair provided a platform for networking, showcasing the region's commitment to fostering employment opportunities.
We have members that are looking for employers all of the time, and it's just an easy way it's a one-stop shop for all of our members to be able to get into one room, and it's free to the community to come in and meet with employers and see what potential jobs are out there for them.
More than 18 companies participated in the event, representing various industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, and technology. That's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Charlene Patton stops by to show us how to make a calico veggie and rice salad.
Plus, we have mostly fair skies this morning, but there are some showers in our forecast. I'll let you know when they're expected to arrive, along with your holiday weekend forecast.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Time now for Charlene Patton coming down from Topeka. Thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you on the show, and you always bring us incredibly delicious and good for you meals. And these meals are special because it's heart healthy.
They're heart healthy. The first two recipes that we did earlier in the month were winning recipes from the Kansas State Fair. This recipe I'm doing today is actually a salad recipe because I was thinking, okay, May, we like to think of eating lighter, and so we have some spring salads that we're going to do here. This one is a rice salad, and so it serves several people, and yet it again is so colorful, Chris.
It really is.
This is 3 cups of cooked rice that I did. Then you want to chill it, and then you're going to add again all these beautiful colors. This is our black soybeans, and rinse those from the can, and then we'll add those to it. And again, if you can't find the black soybeans in the store, be sure to ask for it because they are healthier than a regular black bean that you'll see in the grocery store. Okay, you can add that.
All right.
Great. And then our other soybean product is our edamame. We'll add that in there. Already we're getting lots of color there, aren't we? And then we have red kidney beans that we're going to add in just for another color there. Yeah, adds another color. And then, okay, speaking of color, let's add some yellow corn to that. How will that be?
This is looking so far.
Oh, this is just a great healthy recipe. And then we have red bell pepper there.
Okay.
We'll add that. Sweet bell pepper. Oh, I love that color. And then we have green onion there that I've chopped.
Oh, I like green onions.
And then the last ingredient there is cilantro. And that is going to add just a wonderful flavor to this as well that I've chopped up. How does that look? I'll show that.
Look at how colorful
yeah,
that is.
I'm
That
seeing
looks
we'll
great.
get a good shot of that. Okay, and now we've got the dressing. I made that ahead of time for us. Put it into a container that you can shake or mix easily, but make sure it's closed.
Right. You don't want to have this open. You want to make sure that that is closed.
That's right. It has vegetable oil, rice vinegar in it. It has chili powder, a little bit of sugar, and cumin and garlic that we've mixed together. Okay. And then a little bit of salt. And then you pour that, and then just pour that on there.
I do like this container too. Boy, it makes something like this really easy.
And it's one that you could make the dressing ahead of time. Now this particular salad recipe, I like to make ahead of time because then all those flavors will marinate, put it in the refrigerator, and it's ready to serve. But oh boy, look how pretty that looks.
Extremely colorful. And that's the thing I've loved about these recipes this month is they've been very colorful, very spring-like. They make it feel nice outside, even if it's not so nice outside.
That's right. That's right.
All right, and then of course the finished product over there just looks amazing.
And you can see how the rice is kind of absorbed the dressing. It's kind of got a red color here where it hasn't, but that's because it's kind of, we let it refrigerate a little bit ahead of time. They should go to our website, kansassoybeans.org, or they can call our 800 number, 877-KS-SOYBEAN, and we'll send them all the recipes for May.
All right, and of course all this information at KOAMNewsNow.com. We'll be back with more right after this.
And welcome back. We have a beautiful sky out there this morning in Seneca, Missouri, at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Just a few alto cumulus clouds out there, and we're expecting more cumulus clouds developing this afternoon. Maybe an isolated storm or two down in the Oklahoma area, but not really expecting a large area of rainfall today. We were up to 78 yesterday. 54 is where we started out, which was actually pretty close to the normals of 79 and 58. Of course, we're getting below normal again on the rainfall for the month, and we're about 4.5 inches below normal on the rainfall for the year. And that, of course, is exacerbating the drought situation, especially in southeastern Kansas, where it's exceptional drought in Chautauqua and Elk counties. Now the dryness is starting to creep back into western Missouri, so we need some rain to kind of head that off at the pass. But not today. We're going to see mostly fair skies with just a few clouds floating by. Most of the storm activity today is going to be down in the Texas Panhandle. Temperatures right now in the region are generally pretty nice. In the 50s, a few 60s starting to show up, like in Pittsburgh, and also Monette was 63, 61 in Cassville, 62 for our friends down in Bella Vista. And we're expecting mostly fair skies this morning, 57 degrees in Joplin right now, southeast wind at 3, humidity at 87%. This afternoon, a high of around 80 degrees, so we'll call it warm with mostly fair skies. An isolated storm down in Oklahoma is not out of the question, but the severe weather is going to be down in the Texas Panhandle. And then tomorrow, the severe weather might stretch up into eastern Colorado and eastern New Mexico, but well away from us. We are going to see a chance of scattered showers and storms come back into our forecast. You can see that on the rain chances, especially tomorrow afternoon. Rainfall amounts are going to be on the light side, though. Not expecting a large soaking from this system. Maybe half an inch or so in some of the heavier storms, especially down toward the south. Highs this afternoon, upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Then tonight, mostly fair with lows in the 60s. And then tomorrow, here comes the storms from west to east across the area. And of course, we're going to be looking at the weekend forecast in just a little bit, Tanya.
All right, thanks, Sam. In Consumer Watch this morning, think about your favorite store. Is it still around? According to S&P Global, more than 230 companies have filed for bankruptcy so far this year. High-profile retailers that have done so include Bed Bath & Beyond, Party City, Tuesday Morning, and David's Bridal. Last week, more companies filed bankruptcy in a 48-hour period than at any time since at least 2008. That's when the economy was in the throes of what has been dubbed the Great Recession, and things may get worse. Third wave of expected layoffs is underway at Disney, with employees impacted by the cuts notified this week. And that's according to a source familiar with the situation. Source says more than 2,500 workers are expected to lose their jobs across the latest wave of layoffs. It's anticipated to be the last significant round of cuts previously announced by Disney CEO Bob Iger. It was not immediately known which divisions are impacted by the latest round of job cuts. Spokesperson for Disney declined to comment. Walmart Plus subscribers could get an extra pet care benefit free for a limited time. Walmart and POP, a veterinarian telehealth provider, are partnering to provide free pet telehealth care for a year, to Walmart Plus subscribers. Pet owners can get unlimited access to pet telehealth via video or text beginning on Tuesday. The perk is for a limited time. Walmart Plus members have until November 19th to choose the option. Facebook parent Meta has been hit with a record $1.3 billion privacy fine by the European Union. Amy Kellogg has more from Milan.
The European Union is going after Meta's money. The parent company of Facebook and Instagram hit with a $1.3 billion fine by EU regulators for violating user privacy. That's a new record, almost doubling the $746 million fine handed down to Amazon back in 2021 for similar violations. The European Commission says they're hoping to send a message with this decision.
What we said, that we want to bring back legal certainty, clarity with this decision. I think this is also why we have taken the time necessary to negotiate it and to prepare it.
At the heart of the dispute, the cultural clash between the US and EU over how personal user data is handled. Europe has strict laws governing online privacy. It claims big tech exploits a loophole in those laws by shipping data from its European users across the Atlantic. Now both Amazon and Meta have been ordered to stop doing that, though it's unclear if today's announcement will have a major impact. Meta is vowing to appeal the fine, and it's now in the process of asking courts to put the decision on hold. But the EU claims this is a big step forward and sets a standard of conduct for the future.
The safeguards that we have negotiated with the United States address the issues that were specifically identified by the Court of Justice.
Meta had previously warned that its services for European users could be cut off if a deal with regulators is not reached. We'll be right back with more after this, but first let's take a look at the market prices before the opening bell.
Plus, we revealed the TAMFM member I picked to join the team next. Tamron Hall.
Tamron Hall, this morning at 10, right here on Fox 14.
The Little Mermaid swims back into theaters Friday in a new and expanded version of the beloved film.
Rick Damigella has the story.
You broke the rules. You went to the above world.
A man was drowning. I had to save him.
This obsession with humans has to stop.
I just want to know more about them.
The live-action and CGI reimagining of The Little Mermaid stars Halle Bailey as Ariel, a role she earned on the strength of her voice.
I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet.
Well, I mean, the first time we...
Tears, this one.
I mean, when she came in and sang for us, an audition for us, I mean, she shut her eyes and started to sing Part of Your World, and I was so moved. I found myself, yes, John, in tears at the end of the audition, and I thought, oh my gosh, is this Ariel?
Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing.
She had this beautifully simple approach to singing the song was just captivating to us. It was her presence as well as this magnificent voice that just charmed us.
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Interesting.
I miss Ariel's bright red hair.
Me too. But
I'm sure it's good. We'll have to see how well it does.
That's right.
Yeah. It seems like this is the theme now. They've got all the animated ones.
Right.
Now they're making the live action ones. Yeah. Well, there are several new songs written for the movie, but Part of Your World is the centerpiece of the film.
Of course. Hopefully it does really well. We have some storms to talk about. Of course, we are heading into the holiday weekend, and we have some showers making their appearance right now on radar out towards the west. But our rain chances are going to be low today, but then tomorrow as we go through the day, we're going to see those rain chances increase, especially in the afternoon hours across the area. We're going to have a wave move in from the east going to the west, which is kind of the opposite of the way it normally rolls around here. Rainfall amounts are going to be on the light side, generally around a tenth or two on average, but some places could get up maybe a half inch in some of those isolated heavier storms, but that's going to be few and far between. Not everybody's going to get that. In fact, today we're going to see mostly fair skies with highs in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees with easterly winds. You can see the best chance of showers today is going to be well out towards our west in south central Kansas and in northwestern Oklahoma. Then tonight we're going to see lows dropping down into the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. But then notice as we go through the day tomorrow, showers will start to move in from the east, moving to the west with this trough of low pressure with highs in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. And then that will swing off towards the west and leaving us mostly fair for Thursday morning with lows in the 60s. And then as we head into Thursday afternoon, again, isolated storms possible, but mainly out towards the west with highs generally right around 80 degrees once again. And then as we go through Thursday night into Friday morning, lows in the 50s and the 60s with easterly winds. How about the next 7 days? Well, here's the forecast. 40% chance of storms as we go into Wednesday, 20% on Thursday, and then drier for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So most of the weekend looks pretty good. But then Monday for Memorial Day, a 30% chance of thunderstorms, but I think a better chance of storms will be on Tuesday, and then turning drier and warmer after that. We'll have more when we come back.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Authorities in northeast Oklahoma investigate a body found in Buffalo Creek. Early Sunday morning, civilians found the body of a woman in her mid-30s in Buffalo Creek near where it enters the Elk River. She was found in about 6 to 8 feet of water. GRDA officers recovered her body and turned it over to the medical examiner's office for processing. The Garden of Memories Cemetery north of Pittsburgh discovered several bronze vases stolen from headstones over the weekend. This isn't the first time vases have been stolen, as officials say vases were stolen last year on the 4th of July weekend and in October. Not only does this affect the cemetery, the cost to replace the vases is $300. It's up to the family of the headstone to replace it. On Monday, some southeast Kansas firefighters got some special training. Regional Rescue Team Task Force 4, which features firefighters from Pittsburgh, Parsons, Chanute, and Iola, trained on working in confined spaces. It's part of a monthly training regimen to get them ready for any situation. On Monday, the Neosho Job Fair attracted a diverse range of employers and job seekers from the local community. Job seekers had the opportunity to engage with employers, submit resumes, and explore potential career opportunities. Job Fair provided a platform for networking, showcasing the region's commitment to fostering employment opportunities.
And we have a good-looking forecast for today, a high of 80 degrees. And then as we head into tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms, pretty good bet, 40%. And then that decreases to 20% on Thursday. But look at the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, mostly fair with highs in the upper 70s, around 80 degrees. And then, of course, Memorial Day, we have to throw a 30% chance of a thunderstorm in there. And then a better chance of storms, I think, on Tuesday.
All right, well, here's a chance to revisit 2 childhood pastimes at once.
Lego is releasing a Pac-Man set based on the 1980s arcade game.
Cool.
It has more than 2,500 pieces that kind of create a maze.
Company says characters can move through it just like Pac-Man did in the original game. It costs $270.
Ouch.
Good gravy. It's coming out June 4th as part of the Icons collection. That's cool.
That is cool.
Yikes.
A lot of coins,
Man,
a lot of quarters winning in that
those
game.
really cool sets of Legos are just so pricey these days.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they're making a lot of money off those.
Don't lose any pieces.
Exactly. Or vacuum up. Yeah. Thanks so much for letting us put the good into your morning. We'll be back with more news, of course, and weather at noon, and I'll be broadcasting live from our special event.
Yes, Jake's Fireworks. We are hosting with them a flag swap. So between 11 and 2 today, take your tattered and worn flag to Jake's Fireworks in Pittsburgh, and we will replace it for a new one.
Brand new one.
All right, that's exciting. Have a great morning and an even better day.